What are you just kind of noticing, I guess, defensively over the last few games that is starting to click for the group entirely here?
I think we're overall having more activity. I think the extension of our pickup points, whether it be full court or three-quarter court, kind of dictates our physicality and how ready we are. And that first unit has done a really good job of coming out and kind of laying that groundwork and laying the foundation for how we need to play. And we've just been following suit and trying to match that intensity every day.
When you come in and it's usually like now it's going to be you and Jalen and Jaden, like, without Rudy on the floor, is there just a do you put more on your shoulders to limit kind of drives and really kind of point of attack defense to reduce the amount of rim protection that you might need?
Yeah, it's definitely with that group, that unit, we're all trained in having Rudy on your team is a crutch in some ways because you get used to having him back there, and when he's on the court, we have to individually be better. We have to be able to maintain our matchups, maintain dribble penetration, and not rely on help. But then at the same time, if help is needed, we have to be there early. We have to be there, loud and communicating that early so that guys' assignments are easier to kind of rotate out of. And I thought we've done a better job of that as of late, but something we continue to work on.
You talked about picking up higher. It seems like a lot of teams are doing that more. When you want to be like a hit-first defense, is it harder to do that when you're waiting for teams to get to you? Like you always have to be the one imposing the player up?
Yeah, usually you wanna be the one imposing. The more physical defenses get away with more. And in order to do that, you have to be the one that extends yourself a little bit more. You have to be a little bit more handsy. You have to be a little more physical, and that's what we've always wanted to be in the last few years, and something that we were trying to accomplish now early in the season.
That was probably the one thing that you guys were best at a couple of years ago, was just being that physical team. That probably did get a friendly whistle because you brought it like that every night. What goes into that of trying to make sure that you have that bar and are comfortable playing at handsy and playing even through like the one night where the whistle doesn't go your way?
Yeah, it's discipline when it comes down to all the calls, no calls, getting up and down for different games. You got to stay disciplined through it all, and resilient through all those, all the mess that can happen with it. And we've got a team that we are disciplined when we play the right way. When we don't foul, we're a tough team to score on, and it requires us to find that every night. It's not easy to do, especially when we're trying to run on the opposite end, trying to be a quicker offensive team, a faster offensive team. When shots don't fall, we got to be able to defend. When they do fall, we have to be able to defend. So we got to find a way to do it.
What was it like being on the other end of that in this finals last year? I think 2 years ago, you guys were that team where Denver's like, oh my gosh, they're getting away with these calls, physical ref, and then being on the other side of the coin with OKC and the officiating and whatnot. Was that like a realization point for you of maybe we've let ourselves slip a little bit there?
Well, yeah, I think it's part of the that's part of one of those in-game battles that you have in playoff scenarios and series where there's a bunch of little games that can be won within the game, and that was one that they were able to accomplish, and something that we have been really good at over the last couple of years of being the team that hits first and being more physical and getting away with things here and there. But when you start losing that battle, you start to see it slip. Like you see how important winning that mind game, winning that physicality part of the game can help you win a series.
Like you sense this team in years past, you have tried to beat teams with two beats. Done that pretty well this year. Is there a different mindset that shows before a game, in a game like the other night in Utah, to really take care of business?
I think it's just the way we've started these games have been a lot better than the past. I think we're coming out with a better mindset. Obviously, we want to win every game and treat them all the same, but some nights, you're tired. Some nights you have back-to-back. Some nights the matchups are weird, and you still got to find a way to get up for that game. And I think our guys have really kind of led the way of coming out strong, giving us something to build on, and not playing around with whoever we play with.
Especially during those 4 games that Ant was out, you had an unusually high number of rebounds and blocks. Is that just coincidence, or was there something to that?
Oh man, you play me 30 minutes, I'll get you 2-3 blocks here and there. No, I think it was just the flow of each of those games. I think a couple of them we were down big, and we had to come back, and you're kind of scrapping a little differently. You're reaching a lot more. You're trying to create more opportunities for yourself. So that's part of it. And like I said, you play a little bit more. Sometimes you fall into a couple extra rebounds and put yourself in better positions.
Because you're normally a chase guy, but you do seem to be bodying up a little bit more this year.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
I really can do both. I just kind of do whatever I'm asked to do, and whatever the matchup fits best for that night. Some nights it's better for me to chase than kind of guard a guy one-on-one who maybe bigger or stronger or some quicker or faster or something like that. So I was trying to find that niche on a nightly basis and try to be good at it.
Do you notice the team is utilizing Rudy better offensively this year, at least maybe repeatable against all kinds of opponents rather than maybe certain kinds of opponents?
Yeah, I think we actually talked about it today. We need to utilize him a little bit more. I think we're having opportunities we're missing a lot, but we're doing a great job of including him in a lot of different actions in the short roll areas, obviously lobs, stuff like that. But him being in position, to be effective, whether it be offensive rebounding or getting, passes on time on target, and him making plays out of those situations has been really huge for us so far.
Does that go back to just like needing that time to acclimate to Rudy, or has it been more of like a conscious effort from everybody to get him?
It's a little bit of both. I think our coaching staff has done a really good job of kind of emphasizing the need to make sure that he's involved, make sure that he's touching the ball, make sure that the offense is kind of flowing around his opportunities too, because we need him just as much on the offensive end as we do on the defensive end. And he makes our offense go in a lot of different ways that I think people don't understand.
You guys are one of the highest frequency isolation teams in the league, but it hasn't felt like that. What's been the key to leaning into that as a good part of offense, but not allowing it to make the offense tank?
When you're efficient with it, I think it makes it easier. When guys are able to score out of it. We have two of the most elite, ISO guys who can build around, and Julius. And when those guys get doubled, they make the right play. When they draw two, they make the right play, and that's those situations we'll live with because they're getting better and better at doing those situations. And credit to them, being able to handle that.
Rod seems to have gotten a little bit more of a role this year. What have you been seeing from his on-court performance?
Yeah.
How he's performing. And also, has he ever beaten you in that free intro?
He has not beaten me.
Is that like a big brother?
He has not beaten me. Yeah, I won't let him do it yet.
Okay.
I give him a chance every now and then, but
I saw you missing some.
I missed a few on purpose. But he can shoot. But he's been doing really good. Honestly, he's done everything that the coaching staff has asked him to do. He hasn't really tried to step outside of that role. There's been a few games where he shoots, gets more opportunities to shoot and get more playing time. But for the most part, he's run the show. He's made plays for guys. He's picking up full court, being a pest and trying to create defensive opportunities for us. That's all you can ask for him at this moment, and just keep building.
Where would you rank yourself among vets in the league? Like, say you're an A-tier vet, B-tier vet. Like, where would you rank yourself?
Is there an S tier for
Yes. So
like
what
elite?
are you planning on getting your young guys for Christmas? You're an S-tier vet.
Let's see. Last
Just
2
wanted to
years,
document
what have I gotten y'all? I've spent thousands of dollars on y'all. So
Well, what's young even? Some of you age out of being young, right?
yeah, you do.
No, not me.
Really, trust me, I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, we heard it here first. We're getting presents from Mike Conley.
Don't even worry about it.
Have you ever given them presents before?
I give them every year. They're complaining about not getting Christmas gifts. I give them stuff every year. They need to talk to Ant and these other guys. They got all the money.
Well, it is November. It's time to think about that.
Yeah, trust me, I'm already on it. See, I don't even know that.
You all are little targets, right?
Yeah, you can get ideas there.
Can I just ask your opinion on tomorrow being an NBA Cup game? I know after the last game, and it was like, still don't know the rules. Meanwhile, Jaden's like, I want to win the money. Coach, when you guys finished practice, was reminding you guys it is an NBA Cup game. So just your thoughts on it and maybe the conversations you guys have had as a team.
Yeah, there's emphasis on it, but at this early juncture of the season, we're just like trying to find ourselves more than a cup game and winning a cup game. So we want to win the cup game, obviously, but we're worried about being our best self going out there and playing. And if we do that, then we can look up there and have a bunch of points and win and have a margin of victory, all that stuff that matters in this setting, and hopefully have a chance at going to Vegas.
How about the court?
It's a little green.
Green?
A little green, yeah.